Well, good afternoon, everyone. It's Marcus, and I'm still right here in jungle in my own little Idaho, my little private jungle area of the world, where I am now heading back to Australia, and I'm speaking to Mark Wilkinson. Mark is about to do an incredible tour that is going to be coming to Adelaide, and we're going to chat all about it. Mark, hey, how are you?
Marcus, how's it going? I'm
Not
good,
too
thank you.
bad. We're pretty much same. You're Mark without the us.
Yes, I do get called Marcus every now and again. So
Oh, do
yeah,
you?
we're almost the same. Yeah,
Okay, well, when I'm in trouble, my mum calls me Mark. So if I ever hear the word Mark, I know that I've done something bad, even at my age. But Mark,
yeah,
I'm here now.
yeah. Well, that never leaves you, does it? When the
Oh,
mum's
yeah.
tone.
And if the middle name gets used, I know there's big trouble.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The full name, never good.
Hey, Mark, I want to say congratulations on the new album that came out on July the 4th. It is called, of course, you would know, it's called Wild and Hunted Things. It's exceptional. I think there's 8 tracks on the album. Am I right? Was it 8?
That's right. Yeah,
Um,
Atriox.
Look at me, my memory's still working. It's incredible. We're going to break it down, but just amazing. But also, the tour that is going to be occurring comes to Adelaide at Trinity Sessions on Friday, the 29th of August, 7:30 p.m. I think there is some good tickets still available, so make sure you get on and get some tickets to you guys because seriously, Mark's voice is amazing. Tell us about the album. What was the direction that you were heading, and what inspired all of the music on it?
Yeah, I think, I guess the album, there's a lot in there about kind of like a search for joy, and a kind of there's a lot about reinvention. And just generally, I think there's kind of like a lot of searching in there. I think, for me, the last few years have been quite transformative. There's been like lots of change in my life. My wife and I have had two young kids. Well, obviously they're young; they've just been born. But um, yeah, and like coming through COVID as well. Like there's been big changes in the music industry and big changes everywhere, obviously, but in music and kind of just trying to adapt to that and all the sort of new challenges I've had in my life. And I think a lot of that stuff comes out in the songwriting.
Mm.
And a lot of that stuff comes in the album. And it wasn't necessarily like I didn't set out to write an album about that stuff, but I think that's kind of a lot of the stuff that makes its way into the songs.
You said obviously we've been through a lot of changes, and it's not obviously just the music industry, the entertainment industry. So many different industries have gone through so many changes since 2020, that period. Um, Do you find, obviously, we learned a lot more tricks and talents during that time because we were forced to technology wise, naturally, of course. But do you find now that we've kind of like, navigated our way through that period, do you find creating music easier or a little bit more challenging since those times?
I mean, I don't know if for me, like the creative side has necessarily changed because of that, but it was more about just everything for me anyway, suddenly became really uncertain and sort of just the future was, you know, playing music is the future is always uncertain anyway. So like that's something that I grapple with throughout my life. I've had that with music. But with COVID, it was just like that on steroids kind of thing. So um, I think coming through that period and now having this sort of back to kind of normal, I guess, in a way,
Yep.
is really nice. And it's sort of like, okay, well, if you can kind of get through that, then it's like a bit of a confidence booster and a reminder to kind of have faith in yourself, I guess,
Yeah.
to a degree. Yeah.
I agree. I think for those of us that, were working during that period of time, I feel like we can look back during that time as a bit of a benchmark that, you know what, we got through that, we can get through freaking anything.
Yeah, yeah, totally,
It,
exactly.
it was difficult for a lot of people, and like I said, in many different industries. Hey, let's talk about a couple of your cover songs that I absolutely connected with. I'm on Fire, just brilliant, but also the Roxette banger, the ballad, It Must Have Been Love. Two of my absolute favorite covers that you ever did. Which is the personal favorite for you?
Oh, thank you. I mean, I love both of those songs, like I think when I choose something to cover, it's because A, like I really love the song, and B, I hope that there's like something that you can bring to it that's sort of a little piece of you as well,
Yeah,
and to kind of take it and have and make it a little bit different and hopefully shine a little bit of different light on the song. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of I love both of those songs. So it's funny, they're kind of like I'm on Fire is a brilliant song. I love Bruce Springsteen, and it's kind of like a super cool song that is so well known and so many people love. And then the Rock Set, obviously lots of people love that song too, but for me it was kind of a little bit different because it sort of takes me right back to my childhood where that song was one of the first songs I remember as a kid
yep.
liking. And then when I started writing songs, which was a lot later in my life, I kind of revisited that song and I was like, oh wow, it sort of brought back all these weird childhood memories in me. Um, and then I started sort of playing around with it and I thought, oh, maybe I could do a cover of this track. And then, I did it and recorded it and it ended up being one of my most streamed songs. So that's
Incredible.
really cool.
Of course, if we didn't know that song because of Roxette themselves, we all absolutely knew that song because of the Julia Roberts and Richard Gere movie, Pretty Woman, which is when I totally fell in love with it. I mean, that movie, wow. Um,
Yeah,
have you
so
got,
great.
I mean, we're going to talk about the new album in a minute, but before we move on to that, if there was another cover song that you wanted to do, is there a song that was like, you know what? I can't wait. I need to do that one because I can give a whole new interpretation on that. What would that be? Bucket
Oh man,
song.
you've seriously put me on the spot.
I will only put you on the spot. I want to challenge you.
Um, You know what? Like, there's so many songs that like that are awesome, and I'd love to try and cover. And like, literally, I just woke up the other day for some weird reason. I had this like song in my like head, which is like a Mariah Carey song.
Oh,
But actually, I don't. She didn't write the song, but
yep.
she sang the song. I think it's called "Without You." I don't know if you know
I
that.
do. Yes.
I don't know why, but I woke up with the melody in my head, and
Wow.
then I just went and sort of played a little bit on the guitar, and I thought this could actually be a really cool song to cover. So maybe I'll try that. It might be a disaster, but yeah.
Wilkinson, you need to do it. You put it out there now. You put it out there to the universe. You got to do
I
it.
know, I know, I know. I'm in trouble now.
Yeah, do it. Hey, let's talk about the new album though, Wild and Hunted Things that came out just about 2 weeks ago now. Um, can I tell you my two favorite tracks off that one? Get Out and In My Darkest Hour. Um, top favorite is In My Darkest Hour. I think it's incredible. Lyrically, it's amazing. Musically and your voice, just magic. But also Get Out as well. What was your
Thank you.
inspiration behind this album? Like, what really drove it for you to put the collection of songs together?
Yeah, so I mean those songs in particular, I think like Get Out is sort of like written like about trying to break a destructive kind of cycle. And I think, I got the inspiration for that for a lot of different things. Like, um, there was a few books that I was thinking about and like a few programs that I watched where people are stuck in kind of like a bit of a destructive cycle or a bit of an abusive kind of relationship or something, but it's not specifically necessarily about an abusive relationship, but it's written about that feeling of being trapped, I guess. And I think everybody's probably had that feeling. And I've certainly had that at periods in my life where you feel like you're sort of stuck in a rut, or you're stuck in a position that you feel like you don't have the control, or you feel like you don't have the ability to break out of. And so I wanted to try and kind of have that song represent that feeling, and also have it represent kind of like the ability to kind of break out of that.
Yeah.
And that is a similar theme within the entire album, I guess, is sort of that, I guess, tussle between those internal thoughts and giving yourself the power to say, yes, I can do something to change this, and I can make this better.
Mm. What in
And in the same way with in my darkest hour, I was
wow.
trying to find strength through like a really challenging time. And it sort of serves as a introduction and a prelude to the next song, which is Reborn. And so I wanted it to be like you're in this sort of dark space, you're in this bad period of your life, but then you can kind of recognize that this you're in the shit, but if you can bring yourself out of this, then this can be almost like a defining period in your life, and you can find a, a greater person on the other side.
Mm. I could literally listen to that album over and over on repeat. It's just incredible. You should be so proud of this body of work. So, like we said, everybody, Friday the 29th of August, 2025, it's not very far away, just over a month. Mark Wilkinson does come to Adelaide at Trinity Sessions, which is just down off Goodwood Road. And so you're going to be performing the entire album of, Wild and Hunted Things. Is that the game?
Yeah, it'll be a mixture of stuff. So like I'll definitely be playing the new songs, but I'll be playing a bunch of older stuff as well. So yeah, because I have quite a lot of releases now. So and I know that people, when they come to a concert, everyone has their different favorites songs. So I'm gonna try and kind of do a mixture, and hopefully do something that everybody likes.
Well, I mean, you need to have your most streamed track on there. It must have been Love. But you know what? Maybe there's a surprise song in there. Maybe the encore is a Mariah
I
Carey
will now.
song. Just putting it out there. Oh, we oh, there we are. Yeah, a bit of Mariah Carey for the encore. There we go. All right.
Okay, okay. Let me let me think about
All right. I'm pushing you. I'm pushing you in the deep end, Mark.
it.
Okay, the challenge. Go for it.
I love
Mark
it.
Wilkinson, everybody. Please get on to the music Wild and Hunted Things. It is out now through all of your devices, I'm sure. And like I said, Friday, 29th of August at Trinity Sessions, and then other places around Australia. Mark, what is your website?
Yeah, it's just Mark Wilkinson Music, all one word.com, markwilkinsonmusic.com.
So you will find all the tour dates, everyone. Get onto it. Grab your tickets because this guy's voice is phenomenal. His talent is amazing. Mark, what an absolute pleasure. And I cannot wait to see you when you hit Adelaide. And I'm out of Bali and back over there in the cold.
Yeah, look forward to it, Marcus. Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Mark. Bye. Have fun.